Hey everyone, and welcome to today's session. Like the last couple of days, I've been going through two steps, which is around judgment, around you judging your own self and being too harsh on yourself, and being in those old patterns of emotionally beating yourself up around the things that you desire. Hey Debbie, how are you, love? And then yesterday I spoke about what Speak Your Truth actually is, about being able to speak your truth honestly, being real and raw with your own self. Today I'm going to come in and chat to you around, because there are two steps in the three steps to reclaim your personal power. Hi Heather, how are you, love? Hi Lynn, how is everyone? So today I wanted to come in and talk about, when you have stopped those patterns of behavior around judging yourself harshly, learning to consciously realize that you can consciously create the life that you desire by speaking your truth to your own self and owning what it is that you want. The next step in your own personal power is being able to call into your energy vortex what it is that you want. When you've got really clear on what it is that you want, we can't just sit there and just think, oh, well, if I just think about it, then it's just going to turn up on my doorstep. It's not. You're going to have to be able to do the work. It's like that, do the work first, and then the universe and your soul will work cohesively to co-create the life that you want. But you've got to breathe life into that energy of what you want, and to being able to call that into your frequency and being able to claim it and own it. A lot of the times I speak with so many women and they're really afraid of being able to call in, or I want to use the word demand what they want. And when I say demand, it's demanding from themselves and being really clear on what it is that they want for their life. And I think that is so disempowering, and especially in a world where we're creating so much change, being able to forget how incredibly important it is to be able to, you're not put on this life to just, get up, go to a job that you don't freaking like, pay your bills, and then retire and then one day die. You're put on this earth for something so much more than that. But if you don't give yourself permission that it's okay to have these kind of things, you're just going to float through life, and that's a really, really sad existence, and something for me that to me is definitely not good enough. And I think this is such an incredibly important conversation to have around being able to call in and being able to understand the potential of just how great it is that you can manifest what you can create in your world if you put that energy intention into that reality of being able to get really clear on what it is that you want, and being able to draw that into your energy field so that you can start living in alignment with the truth and living in alignment with what you're passionate about. And these are the things that really are something that I find so incredibly not just empowering, but I think there is this real gap out there in that we talk about these kind of things, but we don't actually implement them into actions, because we think what about if I gave myself permission to think about drawing what I want into my reality, and it doesn't turn up exactly how I want, or it doesn't turn up at all, and we allow those old fears and limitations to come up and not challenge them. And yet we have the capacity to create change at such a rapid rate these days, and this is where things start to get really exciting, that if you do the work, if you do put that energy and that claiming what it is, that you can draw into your world anything that you want. And this is something that you'll see. There's so many manifesting coaches out there these days, because they also understand the concept around knowing that this is capable. There is so much science around being able to understand that energy is, we attract into our world the energy that we send out there. So this is not just something that is all, just some sort of spiritual connotation that's out there. There's a great deal of science behind that backs and supports this kinds of thinking processes, because if you can think something, you can create something. And I think this is where we understand that. I don't think it's that people are worried about it not showing up. I think people are actually really worried that if they realize that they can actually consciously create the things that they want and call into them what they want, then they actually realize how many times and how much energy they invest in spending in time wasting thinking about things that they don't want, and then wonder why it shows up. If you've got the time to think about the things that you don't want in this world, you've also got the time to be able to think about what it is that what you do want. And this is where it gets really exciting. I do not know what is going on with my comments at the moment. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Brendan. Hi, Erica. I think you are on, love. I am a little bit unable to see people that are jumping on, so I do apologize if I don't. As soon as I can see them, I will make that comment. Okay, love. So thank you so much for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. So yeah, this was something I see so many women that are disempowering their own self through old limitations, old patterns of behaviors. And yes, don't get me wrong, it takes a great deal of energy to be able to change these kinds of things. But we do have the power to be able to create this, because if we can think, if we've got time to think about crappy things in our world, we've also got the time to think about what are the possibilities. And this is where we can step up to a whole new game, in not just in our life, but in business, in any area of our world. You know, you can't sit there and think, if you want to lose a couple of kilos, that if you just sit in there and think about it, it's just gonna fall off you. No, you have to go to the gym and you have to do the work. You have to do the action. So owning and reclaiming your own personal power is about being able to recognize what it is that you want, and then doing the work, which is those visual, getting yourself in an energetic alignment with the things that you want, being able to feel into how it will feel when you actually do attract and bring that into a reality consciousness for you. This is where it starts to become incredibly exciting, and being able to understand that you do have the potential to do this. And this is a real game changer on every single level. In every area of your life, you can use these principles. So no matter what is going on in your world, even if you're doing that kind of work and it's not showing up just yet, don't worry about it. Just keep putting in the intentions, keep working with being able to call into your energy vortex what it is that you want. And know that when you are completely aligned, it is going to fall into place. And that is the potential of how we get to consciously create the life that we want. I know with talking with lots of people all the time, I hear most people being able to tell me all the things that they don't want. And that, I think that's really sad, because it means that we have become, you know, a consciousness that can easily rattle off all the things that they don't want. And yet the moment that you ask them what they do want, they stumble and they're not sure what it is they want, because they spent so much time focusing on all the things they don't have and all the crap that is turning up in their world, without consciously realizing that they are creating that their own self, because they're sending that energy vibration out into the universe, and it is being reflected back. And everything that shows up in an external world is a reflection of what is going on in our internal world. So that is powerful when we realize that if we change our thoughts, if we redirect our energy in a way towards the things that we desire, then these things too shall also show up for you. But you've got to do the work beforehand. And this is where we get to reclaim back our own personal power, because then we understand that consciousness of being able to understand that we can create the life that we want. Yes, it does come with work. For sure it does. If you don't want to put the energy in, and you don't want to sit there and you don't want to do this work, then you're going to get the results that are showing up in your world. But if you do the work, it is amazing how rapidly things start to change. It's amazing how rapidly your mind starts to become more aware of your thoughts, and you start getting that mindset shift going on, and understanding that you get to choose the thoughts that enter into your mind. So even if old thoughts pop up, you can clear them. They don't just have to stay there, and they don't have to, because when we have a thought, it triggers off an emotion, which can sometimes trigger off a memory, which is usually old past stuff. So this is where we can go in and rechange that. And if an old thought pops up, we can change that and put something more empowering in, focus our energy on that, and start to understand that your vibe is something that is so incredibly powerful for you. It's your frequency. It's like your DNA. It's like your energy. That's saying your energy shows up before you do. So if you put your time and energy into being able to consciously focus on what it is, and definitely call that in. So say, for example, you're in business and you want more clients. Sit there and visualize how many extra clients that you want, and see them coming in, see them opening up their wallet and paying for your services without a qualm. See how much they love exactly the product or the service that it is that you share with people. See that, feel that, know that, and call that in, because the moment that you open up the floodgates to opening up your frequency to that, you start being able to attract those people into your reality. And this happens in any area in our world. Hi Robin, how are you, love? Hi Sharon, hi Kelly, hi Robert. It's nice to see you on. So yeah, this was something that I find is incredibly powerful, because I've been having chats with people, especially over the last, especially over the last year, and there's been so many people, because the work that I do is around helping people learn to tap into their intuition. And it's surprising me how many people I have a conversation with that they've always wanted to do this work, whether, teaching people how to read oracle cards and use it in a professional way. There's so many people that I have conversations with that say, I would really love to do that, but I either worry what other people think, or worry that, I won't be able to do it, or I'll feel like a fraud. And yet there is something deep within them that desires to want to give it a try, but they're just too scared to take that little bit step over the threshold. And I feel like that is so, for me, it's something that's so incredibly sad, because one of my favorite sayings is something that I've had. It's one of my favorite mantras, which is, you are never given a dream without the possibility of coming true. If you can think about something and you sit there and you consider whether you could actually potentially do something, there is a reason that that comes into your consciousness, because it is your soul that is communicating to you that this is part of your possibility. But if you don't allow yourself to open your mind and expand to the possibilities of that, you're already shutting down something that your soul is saying is part of your journey that's here. And I like to be able to think that, each person has the potential to live the life that they want, not just from some, new age connotation, but as I said, there's so much science that backs this day and age, where we understand that our intuition is communicating to us. There is science to back that. There is so much science and quantum physics out there these days that supports and understands that our thoughts have the power to be able to change things rapidly. So this far gone the days where we think that this is just some sort of woo-woo kind of stuff. It is scientific and it is factual, and this is where we start to realize the potential of what we can create in our reality. So I hope this has given some insight into being able to understand how to be able to call in the energy into your energy vortex, what you want, claim it, own it, be honest with yourself that you want it, and then spend the time pulling it into your reality so that it becomes a beautiful match with your frequency. This becomes a real game changer, and you'll start to see things change rapidly and quickly, and also seeing things show up in your world when you let go of those fears and doubts, let go of that emotional beating yourself up, letting go of allowing your mind to be filled with nothing but, old baggage and crap from the past. They're old experiences. They don't need to shape your current reality right now. And it doesn't matter. I've always said, no one ever gets through life unscathed. So we all have experiences in our reality where they haven't been great, but that does not have to define who you are now. You get to make that choice, how you want to be defined. And that defined is through your judgment of yourself, around speaking your truth, and then claiming what you want in your world. This is the 3 easy, simple steps to be able to reclaim your personal power and stop giving it away to others. Stop making other people the blame. Stop making them the excuses or the reasons why you can't do something. You can do anything that you set your mind to, and then you just got to back yourself, call that shit into your world, and then just go for it. And don't let things or anything become an obstacle for you. You can overcome anything that you set your mind to. Remember how powerful you are, and your thoughts have the ability to create this. Match your energy to your thoughts and pull in all of the amazing things that you want in this world. Remember your intuition. Believe in the magic of your intuition. It is a message from your soul. You'll see signs and synchronicity showing up in your world to let you know that you're on the right track. Each signs and synchronicities will also show up to help guide you if you happen to go a little bit off track. It'll bring you back on track. I think as humans, we have forgotten how incredibly powerful we are. And I know I've had moments my own self that we forget that, underestimate the potential of what we can do. But this is something that is a daily practice for myself. It is something that I do as a ritual on a day-to-day basis. Even if there's days where I don't feel like doing it, I do this because it reminds you that you are here to be able to have it all in this world. You can have it all. You just have to do the work to get yourself there. And believe me, it's worth it. When you achieve what it is that you want, knowing that you have created all of that momentum, your own self, because you believed in yourself and you claimed and owned what you wanted. So I hope that this really helps you all to be able to take something away, to start consciously realizing that you can create the life that you want with these 3 simple, easy steps. And if you would love to jump on a chat with me and want to be able to talk more about how you could potentially become an oracle reader, or want to learn more about how to tap into your intuition, you'll find a link here for you. So much love to you all, and remember, always believe in the magic of your intuitive soul self. Take care.